Okay, naka-join na ako. The RBS News Special Report with Euroboxer 97 live from the Quezon Memorial Circle. Tonight, a note to the nation under the lights of the Quezon Memorial Circle as a new chapter begins for this republic. Citizens from across the nation gather for the 10th presidential inaugural ceremony, where President-elect Hyewon, Alexandria, Kendra, Montgomery, Carlson, Seung-Navarro, and Vice President-elect Jethro Valera Ardiente will formally take their oaths of office. The ceremony comes after a closely watched national election centered on a single message towards a rejuvenated nation. In the next 90 minutes, the Republic will witness the transfer of democratic authority, the outtaking of its highest leaders, and the beginning of a new administration promising electoral reform, institutional integrity, and national revitalization and stronger cooperation among all sectors of society. From the singing of the national anthem to the presidential oath administered by Chief Justice Alexandria Quintos, to the departure for Malacanang Palace and the swearing in of the new cabinet, RBS News brings you complete live coverage of this historic evening. With that, welcome. Once again, the atmosphere here at the Quezon Memorial Circle is truly one of anticipation and ceremony. Dignitaries, members of the outgoing government, and representatives of the diplomatic corps and citizens from across the republic have gathered for what is expected to be one of the largest inaugural events in recent Rome national history. In just a few moments, this ceremony will be a witness to a democratic transfer of power. And we're expecting the national anthem to be sung in a few moments, followed by an invocation, the prayer to be led by the presumptive Executive Secretary Manuel Silver Castañeda Siervo. So we will be seeing in a few moments the oath of the Vice President elect Jethro Valera Ardiente. And again, we're closely looking at this inauguration with the aspect of towards a rejuvenated nation. It's a remarkable motto which they have ran on. We're seeing a bit of a political landscape here being rejuvenated, and I believe that this is one of the most historic inaugurations that we've seen in quite some time, say 4 years. have not been so kind as well to some of our Row Nation's history. So we're looking forward to the first oath again. It's already at the local time of 7:54. We're starting a little bit late at that, but to give you another look at the program flow, we're also seeing that of course there will be a vice presidential march after the oath of the vice president, and then the inaugural address, and then in about, let's say, if this is going to be 30 minutes time, we'll see the oath of President Hyewon, Alexandria, Kendra, Montgomery, Carlson, Seung-Navarro, to be administered by the same Chief Justice. A presidential march will occur, of course, and that will be followed by the inaugural address of the president. This inauguration will also have a photo opportunity, and then there's a concluding ceremony with a song entitled One Cebu Song by the Revelations, chapter 4, verses 1 to 8 choir. The in the vice president, the president, will be departing to Malacanang Palace after this ceremony, with the oath taking of cabinet officials administered by them. And then there's of course the party at the state dining hall. So members of so we're looking at a very festive look into the inauguration for today. We're also going to be okay. So we're having someone who's arriving. I think we've got the DPWH Department of Public Works and Highways Engineer Maka Ayot. Let's see if we have got scenes of the arrival there. I think in just a few moments he's arriving. We're trying to look at our screens, our feed right now. He's okay. So there you have it. He's just arrived to this historic inauguration. We're still waiting though for the president, as we have been reporting for the past few minutes. But again, we're looking at a very rejuvenated democracy. I think that's going to be the central theme of this particular inauguration. It's contrast with the scenes that we've seen in past row nations and past row Philippines. It's a remarkable sight that we are here, of course, uh, in the Quezon Memorial Circle, home not just of this remarkable leader, the statesman Manuel L. Quezon, but also home to this new chapter of our history. Let's see. I think we've got a source right now. I'm hoping if it's confirmed. Okay, so we're still waiting on the the two men that will lead this country. But first, the national headlines. A roundup of the national headlines for you. Um, the first of our focus is, of course, the terrible situation right now in Metro Manila and certain areas of Luzon, which is the southwest monsoon, is still devastating with occasional rains. It's, of course, strengthened by the low pressure area that is near, I believe it was in the land masses near Sierra Madre around earlier this afternoon. So about uh, earlier this afternoon, the city of Manila, this Quezon City, at around 7 to 8 a.m. And other cities in the National Capital Region have suspended classes, afternoon classes, for some of them from preschool to senior high school, though a suspension did come late for work and class by Malacanang, by order of the Malacanang around let's say around 2 p.m. And this was in effect for 3 p.m. So we're still waiting on, of course, the weather situation and see how that will develop in the next 48 hours with the hopefully the dissipation of this low pressure area that's strengthening the southwest monsoon. And then the next headline that we have for you is one of the one of the more sadder stories also, we've got the magnitude 7.0 earthquake in Sarangani about 12:13 p.m. today. Intensity 5 was felt in Sarangani, Davao Occidental about a month ago. Around the same time, there was a devastating 7.8 magnitude earthquake that devastated thousands of lives and also had multiple injuries. Thousands of injuries and a few deaths. And so we're also looking at that there's no tsunami threat posted by FIVOX for the country. To recall, again, that we said that last month there was this earthquake that also devastated the same area. More details to come, of course, in an integrated edition of the RBS Evening News. And of course, throughout the afternoon, we've been looking at this Sara Duterte impeachment, the vice president on the impeachment trial on its 13th day. The Senate impeachment court continues to hear how the prosecution and defense make their case on the first article, which is the alleged misuse, questionable liquidation, and systematic misappropriation of confidential funds of the vice president. I think that around earlier this afternoon, the session was already suspended. We'll try to give you more updates as we also wait for this inauguration here. Um, but also we'll look at some of the other world headlines that have been developing. Uh, First and foremost, we've got the United States uh, eyes on the politics there as the 2026 midterm primary season is happening. Michigan, Kansas, and three other states uh, are having their primary results running in, especially for the Democrats there in Michigan. The Senate primary result is uncontested in Michigan for the Republicans, but for the Democrats, it's too close to call between El Sayed and Stevens. Okay, we're looking at new developments also on the again one of the low pressure area that has become a I think this is a tropical storm. Yes, we have tropical storm My Mai is moving northeastward or east west of so 4 p.m. It was located 145 kilometers west of Sinai. And it's signal number two for parts of northern Luzon, in southern Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, northern and central La Union, northwestern Pangasinan, and in the Abra region. Okay, and we're also looking at signal number one up at the rest of the north of mainland northern Luzon and parts of central Luzon. And you still join us on this special edition and special report of RBS News, Panunumpa sa Bayan. Again, we'll just recap that in a few minutes we are going to see First Lady oath the Vice President, Jethro Valera Ardiente, and then after that we'll also see President Hyewon, Alexandria, Kendra, Montgomery, Carlson, Seung-Navarro to take her oath of office. You're still with us on RBS News. Coming later is, of course, an RBS Evening News special that will bring you the latest developments here and across the globe. So stay with us. In a few moments, we'll be taking a short break. And we'll see you right back here on RBS News.
There's a doggy here. Sabi niya sa akin.
And it's not
Kuya, huwag niyong itaon.
Ginawa niya matataob, ma'am.
yeah, I might laugh along.
Let this go both.
Thinking I'm yours. You're the last thing on the mind. Pinagkapitig na puso. Unahin lang mga pangarap ko. Ito'y hindi na magbabago. Na 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 na.
Like, paano nga excited? Kasi natatanong na yung si Miss Nemo.
Na 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 na.
Wala kaming commercial. Pwera na lang sa commercial nito, oo. Oo naman. Pero, meron ba kaming bagong produkto? Meron ba kaming iaalok sa inyo? Meron ba kaming kinuhang artista o sikat na personalidad para i-endorse kung anong mang inaalok namin? Siyempre, ang sagot niyan, wala. Literal na wala. Wala kami niyan, Chong.
Dito na tayo sa Jol A, kung saan lahat ay okay. Lahat ito ay super mura, lahat pang mapaganda dito sa Jol A. Napatunayan na ng bayan, wala nang ang iba. Quality shopping ang aming dala. Mapapa-Jol A talaga kayo, ang supermarket namin ay Jol A.
Hello and welcome back. You're watching Panunumpa sa Bayan of Navarro-Ardiente Inaugural. And in just defense, we're going to be seeing again, as I said earlier in this broadcast, the inauguration of the Navarro-Ardiente administration. Okay, we're seeing also a lot of the supporters, I think, and also some of the officials under the government now arriving. So it's a testament indeed to how much I think I lost my bit. Okay. 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 So we're seeing the audience right now coming right in. I think we've got more. Yeah, we're seeing that some mix of the people and the officials, and of course these are the scenes that are happening behind the scenes. Yeah, we're seeing some officials coming in, but also I think majority are coming from the crowds that love and support this the president. Okay, I hope that we didn't lose you. We didn't lose you there. But that's the scene right now here at the Quezon Memorial Circle, where in just a few moments you'll see the inaugural of Vice President-elect Jethro Valera Ardiente and the President of this Republic. Excuse me, my apologies as I lost my script right there. Oh no, okay. Yes, we're looking at the inauguration of the President in Hyewon, Alexandria, Kendra, Montgomery, Carlson, Seung-Navarro. So we're running again, as I said. I think we're also seeing. Yes, there we go. So we have here the flow of the program for you. Again, in just a few minutes, of course, this will be started by the singing of the national anthem. And then there's a prayer to be led by the presumptive executive secretary, Manuel Silver Castañeda Siervo. Following this is the first oath of the day, the oath of the Vice President Jethro Valera Ardiente, to be administered by the Chief Justice Alexandria Quintos, and then the Vice Presidential March, and then the inaugural address of the Vice President. So we're going to take a look at that and see what does the next 4 years have for the Vice President's vision of the country. And then we also come to the highlight, which is the oath of the President, Hyewon, Alexandria, Kendra, Montgomery, Carlson, Seung-Navarro, administered by the same yes, it's administered by the same Chief Justice, and then the Presidential March and the inaugural address of the President. So this will set the tone for the next 4 years. Let's see. Of course, we'll be having analysis on that in the integrated edition of the RBS Evening News with the photo, and then the photo opportunity and the concluding ceremony with the song One Cebu song by the Revelations chapter 4 verses 1 to 8 choir. Then there will be a convoy departing to the Malacanang Palace, The president and the vice president, I assume, will be giving the oath taking for the cabinet officials under them, and then the after inaugural party at the state dining hall. So that's what we're going to be expecting in about the next 30 to 90 minutes. We'll also be cutting live to the feed of the scenes here at the Quezon Memorial Circle. Again, stay with us. You're still watching RBS News on this special day. Mhm.
You're going to Brazil!
Sige.
Hindi ako naka-purple.
Ano nga?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Whenever you're ready. EVM,
Montgomery.
replay the RTVM background.
Asan ng... What the fuck? Bakit nandito mga komunista? Paano nga? Thank you.
What? Sino ba kasi
Tignan
to?
lang.
Si Lisa.
Sige. Check na natin to. National Anthem, if I believe. Thank you.
Opening muna tayo. Parang introduction. Introduction
Yung
muna
program
tayo.
flow ito eh. Sige, ikaw muna magsalita. Since ikaw naman ang ano.
Oh my lord. Alright, sige. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official inauguration and oath-taking of the President and Vice President Hyewon, Alexandria, Kendra, Montgomery, Carlson, Seung-Navarro, and Vice President Jethro, Valera, Ardiente. Silver yung... Mic test.
Sige, yung pre.
Yung anthem.
Oh, sige.
Please rise for the national anthem of the Republic of the Philippines.
Teka lang ha. Hello? Testing. Okay na? Yung... Wait. Yung... Wait.
Mr. Argento, please come up on here. If you are ready, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Jethro,
Hello.
yun. Okay.
Hello.
Ready na? Okay.
Yes, I am.
Ako pakibanggit ang iyong buong pangalan.
Ako si Jethro Valera Ardiente.
Ay mataimtim na nanunumpa.
Ay mataimtim lumpa.
Natutuparin ko ng buong katapat na gasig
Natutuparin ko ng tan
ang
sigasig
aking mga tungkulin bilang pangwang Pangulo ng
dalawa ng Pilipinas.
mangagaan at ipagtatanggol
Pangangalagaan at ipagtatanggol ang kanyang konstitusyon.
ipapatupad ang mga batas nito,
Ipapatupad ang mga batas nito.
maging makatarungan sa bawat tao,
magiging makatarungan sa bawat tao,
at itatalaga ang aking sarili sa paglilingkod sa bansa.
at itatalaga ang aking sarili sa paglilingkod sa bansa.
Kasihan nawa ako ng Diyos.
Kasihan nawa ako ng Diyos.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chief Justice.
Jethro, nakamute na. Nakamute na. Nakamute ka, Jeffrey.
Hello, hello. Akala ko i-introduce pa ako ulit. So, may speech, tama?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So, Madam President Hyewon Seung-Navarro, Chief Justice Quintos, distinguished guests, people of other peace-loving nations, to my beloved countrymen, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant evening to all. With full humility and deep sense of gratitude, I humbly accept the duty of harnessing our nation's potential and serve as its duly elected Vice President. I will not promise for sugar-coated pledges, nor will I use this platform to promise the skies. Neither shall I stand on this very podium to talk about the bright future. Because we need to confront the problems that are ahead of us, and we cannot see it if we are not going to acknowledge it. Government instrumentalities are unfortunately non-existent or simply doesn't function at all. Our manpower is lacking that some of our people need to cross across the branches of our government or take two jobs just so our institutions could perform. We cannot fathom that. We must stop it. We might have a brand new constitution, but the constitution is merely a scrap of paper, and it will not achieve its full potential as the framers have envisioned it if without for a government that fully works. Folks, I am not the promised candidate. I am not a messiah. I can't perform miracles. I can't overturn everything around. And I acknowledge that I may have my own limitations in turning everything around. I am just an ordinary conductor and barker as the right hand man of our esteemed jeepney driver, which is, of course, our president. The work of achieving our destiny does not rest on one person or two leaders alone. It all starts with us. We simply orchestrate the melody, but the tune belongs to every Filipino people. That is why I call for the collective action of every Filipinos. Let us work hand in hand to carry out our burning flame and desires of a strong and stable republic. Sana po ay magsama-sama tayong lahat dahil magkakaiba man ang ating partido, magkakaiba man ang kaparaanan natin, ngunit iisa lamang ang layunin natin. At iyon ay masiguro na maging matatag, maayos, aktibo, at gumagana ang ating republika. Tayo ang pagbabago sapagkat wala ito sa iisang tao lamang. As your Vice President, you can rest assured that I shall support the agendas of our beloved President. I am one. We are one for the change and advocacies that our President has been fighting for the last 5 years. I've known her since the day she started her political career, and I can attest to the work ethics of our dear President. She deserves every respect and honor that her title bestows upon her. I shall be her right hand man in stewarding our nation towards its renaissance and rejuvenation. My experience as a seasoned career politician has been a long but sweet journey, and I do rather intend to use it in my new role as vice president. All of it, from being a career legislator, a seasoned bureaucrat having served numerous offices in the executive, and even with my knowledge in terms of the law. Isang makatropang pamumuno ang aasahan ninyo sa akin. Kaya naman naging kaibigan at tropa ko ang ilan sa mga veterano ng Row Nations at maging ng mga pulis na nagsilbi sa ilalim ko. Nagawa ko na pong buhayin ng isang patay na komunidad noon at hindi po ako mag-aatubiling gawin ulit ito. Sama-sama po tayo. Walang president, walang vice president, walang congressman, walang chief justice. After all, we are a community. And bago man natin isipin ang ating mga posisyon, isipin muna natin na tayo ay mga Pilipino at tayo ay kapwa nakatira o nag-e-enjoy sa iisang komunidad. Yun sana ang lagi nating iisipin. Mga kababayan, sama-sama po nating itaas ang antas ng buhay Pilipino at makakamit natin ito sa pamamagitan ng isang matatag na republika. Kapit-bisig po tayo sa pagtupad ng ating mga pangarap. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang Republika ng Pilipinas. Thank you.
Now we proceed with the oath of the President of the Philippines. Now I invite Justice and President-elect to come on stage.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Are you ready, ma'am? Ma'am, ready ka na, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Banggit po ang iyong buong pangalan.
Ako. Ako, si Hyewon, Alexandria, Kendra, Montgomery, Carlson, Navarro.
Ay, tahimik na.
Ay, Panunumpa.
Natuto pa rin ko ng kapatan at sigasig.
Natuto pa rin ko ng buong katapatan at kasigsig.
Ang aking mga tungkulin bilang Pangulo ng Pilipinas.
Ang aking mga tungkulin bilang Pangulo ng Pilipinas.
Pangangalagaan at ipagtatanggol ang kanyang konstitusyon.
Pangangalagaan at itatanggol ang kanyang konstitusyon.
Ipatutupad ang mga batas nito.
Ipapatupad ang mga batas nito.
Magiging makatarungan sa bawat tao.
Magiging makatarungan sa mga tao.
Sa bawat tao. At itatalaga ang aking sarili sa paglilingkod sa bansa.
At itatalaga ang sarili sa paglilingkod sa bansa.
Kasihan nawa ako ng Diyos.
Kasinawaan ako ng Diyos. Thank you. To join.
Kaya ako tayo.
Iniwan na siya, iniwan na speech. Ladies and gentlemen, the 10th President of the Republic of the Philippines. Who is that? Just hold on. Can I speak for this? Once again, thank you for the President of the Republic of the Philippines, the newly elected President of the Republic of the Philippines. But before that, I'd like to ask our MC to set the flow of the event. And the GC. Other remains.
I as of this moment, after this, it's supposed to be the speech. Pero, yeah. Mm,
I believe we should proceed with the
medyo, we should proceed with next step on the flow, the program po, which would be,
presidential part.
yes, Presidential March. However, wala po kaming na-prepare na VC Mabuhay dito. So, can someone play VC Mabuhay, I guess, dito sa Lunabot? Pwede.
Thank you. I will
Ito na
take.
lang. And wala ding na-send si to follow na lang po ang presidential address kung if ever papunta din dito si Alex. So, yeah.
Hawaiian sings aloha, Japan shouts her banzai, but out here in the Philippines, you'll hear this cheering line. We say mabuhay, peace mabuhay, under the blue sky, where our friends live by a beating of farewell, a toast that will wear well. We lift our voices and say mabuhay.
Thank you, Mr. Fushi. And I do not have the honor of giving the president's inaugural address, given the fact that she did not give any copy as of the moment. So we should skip that of the time being and proceed with the photo opportunity with the president and vice president po. So I invite the newly elected president and vice president to come on stage alongside the chief justice for their photo op here on stage. Thank you. Po kayo.
Natutong umawit, naging makulay ang aking munting daigdig. Tila ilog pala ang paghimig, kung malalim damdami pag-ibig, kung umapaw ang kaluluwa tinig, ay sadyang nanginginig. Magmula nung ako'y natutong umawit, bawat sandali aking pilit mabatid, ang himig na may tuturing natin, mapupuri pagkat bukod tangi, di marami ang di magsasabing heto na inyong dinggin. Kay ganda ng ating musika, kay ganda ng ating musika, ito ay atin, sariling atin, at sa habang buhay, awit natin ay
aking paligid. Ngayong batid na ang umibig sa sariling tugtugin o himig. Sa isang makatay maririnig mga titig nagsasabi. Kay ganda ng ating musika, kay ganda ng ating musika. Ito ay atin, sariling atin, at sa habang buhay awitin natin. Ating musika, ating musika. Kay ganda kay ganda ng ating musika, kay ganda ng ating musika. Ito ay atin, sariling atin. Kay ganda ng ating musika.
With the departure of the president and the vice president,
One Cebu, one Cebu, one Cebu, one Cebu. Pagkaan nindot sa one Cebu, one Cebu. Hayagan ka ug maunta sa one Cebu. Kay ang tanan nagkahipusa
tour of the president and vice president.
sa paluyuhan, abaganta ang one Cebu. Dili na matugnan ang kalambuan, kay pulos man abdi ang kadakuan.
Tama ka. Number 1 extra strong beer.
Puro.
Walang halong biro.
Ang pinaka-tender, pinaka-juicy, at pinaka-masarap na tender juicy hotdog, mas lalong pinasarap. May high protein pa, kaya siguradong panalo.
Buo na ang barkada! Sino man na? Wow!
Tigpit na! Gino man na!
Ikaw na! Gino man na!
There's a doggy here. Sabi niya sa akin.
And it's not Kuya, huwag niyong itaon.
ginawa niyang tataog, ma'am.
Yeah, I might laugh along, but let this go bold. I'm thinking I'm yours. You're the last thing on the mind. Pinagkapitig ng puso, unahin lang mga pangarap ko. Ito'y hindi na magbabago. Na 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 na.
Like, paano nga exact?
Hindi nagbibiro itong... Ang tindi. Di tulad ng ordinaryong kainuman, ito ang walang halong biro. Puro, kaya masarap. Di gumuguhit. Tatalsik ka sa sarap nito.
Tama ka. Number 1 extra strong beer.
Puro.
Walang halong biro.
Ang pinaka-tender, pinaka-juicy, at pinaka-masarap na tender juicy hotdog, mas lalong pinasarap. May high protein pa, kaya siguradong panalo.
Wala kaming commercial. Pwera na lang sa commercial nito, oo. Oo naman. Pero, meron ba kaming bagong produkto? Meron ba kaming iaalok sa inyo? Meron ba kaming kinuhang artista o sikat na personalidad para i-endorso kung anong mang inaalok namin? Siyempre,
Looking for affordable sound equipment? Shoneytron Synplus is your leading brand. With high-quality sound module, over 31,000 songs, and 25 high-definition background videos to choose from. Choose from our variety karaoke units with sophisticated sound arrangements and high-quality backup chorus. Digital system assembled in South Korea and made durable in the Philippines. Looking for the best brand? Choose the leader in karaoke solutions. Shoneytron Synplus.
Mula ang barkada! Gino mo na! Tigpit na! Gino mo na!
Ikaw na! Gino man na! There's a doggy here. Sabi niya sa akin.
And it's not.
Kuya, huwag niyong itaong.
Ginawa niya tataob ba?
Yeah, I might laugh along.
Let this go both.
Thinking I'm yours. You're the last thing on the mind. Pinagkapitig ng puso. Unahin lang mga pangarap ko. Ito'y hindi na magbabago. Na 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 na.
Like, paano nga exact? Kasi natatanong na yung si Miss niya.
Na 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 na.
wala kaming commercial. Pwera na lang sa commercial nito, oo. Oo naman. Pero, meron ba kaming bagong produkto? Meron ba kaming iaalok sa inyo? Meron ba kaming kinuhang artista o sikat na personalidad para i-endorso kung anong mang inaalok namin? Siyempre, ang sagot niyan, wala. Literal na wala. Wala kami niyan, Chong.
Dito na tayo sa Joray, kung saan lahat ay okay. Lahat ito ay super mura, lahat pang mapaganda dito sa Joray. Napatunayan na ng bayan, wala nang ang iba. Quality shopping ang aming dala. Mapapajoray talaga kayo, ang supermarket namin ay Joray.
Kaluwas saya na aming dala. Isang liot, isang luwa, buong bansa ikula.
Looking for affordable sound equipment? Shoneytron Synplus is your leading brand. With high-quality sound module, over 31,000 songs, and 25 high-definition background videos to choose from.
Choose from our variety karaoke units with sophisticated sound arrangements and high-quality backup chorus. Digital system assembled in South Korea and made durable in the Philippines. Looking for the best brand? Choose the leader in karaoke solutions. Shirley John Synth Plus. Karaoke redefined.
Hindi nagbibiro itong... Ang tindi. Di tulad ng ordinaryong kainuman, ito ang walang halong biro. Puro, kaya masarap. Di gumuguhit. Tatalsik ka sa sarap nito.
Tama ka. Number 1 extra strong beer.
Puro.
Walang halong biro.
Number 1 extra strong beer.
Ang pinaka-tender, pinaka-juicy, at pinakamasarap na tender juicy hotdog mas lalong pinasarap. May high protein pa, kaya siguradong panalo.
Evening, I'm Neuroboxer97, reporting from the world headquarters of RBS News. Apologies for the glitches in our stream earlier. We were unable to close our broadcast from the Quezon Memorial Circle, so we had to rush over here at the television center to bring you the latest. But first, a roundup, of course, of what happened in the inauguration. Around 8:12 p.m. is when we started with the singing of the national anthem, and then an invocation was led by the Executive Secretary Manuel Silver Castañeda Schervo. The Vice President first had the administration of the oath of office by Chief Justice Alexandria Quintos, followed by the Vice Presidential March and his inaugural address. Some highlights of this inaugural address came from government instrumentalities are dead, non-existent, or simply doesn't function at all. It's a serious indictment of the state that he has just joined as a government official of the country. So it brings up the sense of institutional accountability and, of course, the constitutional concerns that the president has also been in severe campaigning for, and also the political experience and results that they had and that they both share, as they say that they are reviving a dead community and would not hesitate to do it again. And the democratic participation is calling for collective action. Alam naman natin, and we'll say this in Tagalog since this is a speech, tayo ang pagbabago sapagkat wala ito sa iisang tao lamang. So this gives the mechanism that ordinary citizens will have to participate in governance. And then, of course, the analysis, of course, coming from RBS News, had we had the extended edition, would be, of course, about the economics and the administrative substance. We all know that the motto of this inauguration was the rejuvenation of the Philippines. But the questions will be answered, of course, in the future newscasts that we have. And, of course, the ultimate accountability came from the Vice President speech also, as they said, if 4 years from now government instrumentalities remain dysfunctional, constitutional reforms remain incomplete, and citizens do not feel that their lives have improved, what standard should the public use to judge whatever the administration now has failed? We'll see that, of course, the coming days and weeks with the developing news. And after this very insightful and very momentous speech, we come, of course, to the oath of the president, and the presidential march was played. Unfortunately, we weren't able to hear the president's speech. It must be a technical difficulty on their end. But as we face this new chapter in this republic, we see, of course, the rejuvenation. We see, of course, the dignitaries, we see, of course, the pomp and circumstance. But the question remains is that if this rejuvenation is merely a campaign slogan, or is this the future of the Republic? We'll be getting more on that, of course, as we cover like the free press that we are. So following that, of course, was the photo opportunity and the song One Cebu by the Revelations Choir. Currently, the dignitaries and the vice president and the president and the cabinet officials have already taken their oath of office and are now having the party at a state dining hall. Unfortunately, we do not have pictures on that due to some technical difficulties also on our end. But to bring you also on as the end of this roundup, we bring you some breaking news. We're coming on air with breaking news. I think this is in relation to the news roundup I gave you a little bit earlier in the broadcast, which is that about the southwest monsoon. Okay, we have it here now. I'm trying to pull up the press feed as we see. There are no classes for all levels, private and public schools, and then the shift to alternative delivery mode has been made for the city of Manila. We're monitoring developments in the city government if they're doing the same. We're also looking at pages that are posting, of course, the map of whether or not we have suspended classes. Again, we're also going to give you just the notice that about an hour ago, Quezon City had a heavy rainfall advisory in light of the southwest monsoon. And okay, so we're going to check if the what do you call this? The class suspensions have well been revised. It's something that, of course, the parents and children are looking forward to. Let's see if we're going to have some uh, developing. Okay, we're not having anything yet. We don't have anything yet. Let's see if Earthshaker has it. So that we can give you the latest developments. Again, we're having the effects of the southwest monsoon currently affecting here in the Luzon area. Signal number 2 has been raised in certain areas of Luzon because of this. Uh, Again, okay. So we're here. Um, okay, so we don't have anything new as of yet. Not yet. Okay. Okay, so we have it here. Yeah, and so we're still searching for, of course, the developing stories that we're going to have in just a few minutes. But again, we have tropical depression Mai still affecting the northern Luzon, the Philippines, with severe southwest monsoon. And just to give you a highlight, of course, of this class suspension is that the University of Santa Tomas, Manila, has suspended its orientation, the welcoming walk, and activities for college freshmen, which was supposed to be scheduled tomorrow. So a bit of a sad news for Tomasians there, but of course it will be rescheduled according to the Office of the Secretary General. We'll be going to a break and do expect something new here on RBS News and our special coverage and interview with the Vice Presidents. Do stay with us. This is RBS News.
Looking for affordable sound equipment? Shawtytron Synplus is your leading brand. With high-quality sound module, over 31,000 songs, and 25 high-definition background videos to choose from. Choose from our variety karaoke units with sophisticated sound arrangements and high-quality backup chorus. Digital system assembled in South Korea and made durable in the Philippines. Looking for the best brand? Choose the leader in karaoke solutions. Shirley John Synth Plus Karaoke Redefined.
Hindi nagbibiro itong... Ang tindi. Di tulad ng ordinaryong kainuman, ito ang walang halong biro. Puro, kaya masarap. Di gumuguhit. Tatalsik ka sa sarap nito.
Tama ka. Number 1 extra strong beer.
Puro.
Walang halong biro.
Number 1 extra strong beer.
Ang pinaka-tender, pinaka-juicy, at pinaka-masarap na tender juicy hotdog mas lalong pinasarap. May high protein pa, kaya siguradong panalo.
Muna ang barkada! Gino man na! Wow! Tigpit na! Gino man na!
Ikaw na! Gino man na!
There's a doggy here. Sabi niya sa akin.
And it's not... Kuya, huwag niyong itaon.
Hindi naman niya matataob, ma'am.
Yeah, I might laugh along, but I'm just the disco ball. Thinking I'm yours. You're the last thing on the mind. Pinagkapitig ng puso. Unahin lang mga pangarap ko. Ito'y hindi na magbabago. Na 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 na.
Like, paano nga exact? Kasi natatanong na yung si Miss Nemo.
Na 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 na.
Wala kaming commercial. Pwera na lang sa commercial nito, oo. Oo naman. Pero, meron ba kaming bagong produkto? Meron ba kaming iaalok sa inyo? Meron ba kaming kinuhang artista o sikat na personalidad para i-endorse kung anong mang inaalok namin? Siyempre, ang sagot niyan, wala. Literal na wala. Wala kami niyan, Chong.
Dito na tayo sa Jolay, kung saan lahat ay okay. Lahat ito ay super mura, lahat pang mapaganda dito sa Jolay. Napatunayan na ng bayan, wala nang ang iba. Quality shopping ang aming dala. Mapapajolay talaga kayo, ang supermarket namin ay Jolay.
Sa tuwas saya na aming dala. Isang liot, isang luwa, buong bansa.
Good evening, I'm Eurobloxer97 and you're still with us on this RBS News Special Report. An inaugural address with a stark and uncompromising assessment of the state of our government, one that has already sparked intense national debate. Tonight, upon the inauguration, we will examine the words of the Vice President, not as a rhetoric, but as a governing philosophy. Mr. Vice President, thank you for joining us here.
A pleasant evening to you, Nathaniel, am I right?
Yes, thank you very
And
much.
And good evening also to all of your viewers. Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. So we go first, of course, to the question that might be on everyone's mind. Since you did point out something in your inaugural address, which is government instrumentalities are dead, non existent, or simply don't function at all. That is an extraordinarily serious indictment of the state that you have just joined. So, if the bureaucracy is as dysfunctional as you described, why should citizens believe this same political system that you have just taken an oath under that produced these failures can now reform itself under your administration with the president?
Well, Nathaniel, first of all, we were sworn in under the new constitution enacted, if I am not mistaken, just a few weeks ago before they finally conducted the first elections. So what we have right now is a perfectly new, or it's a fresh constitution to say the least. So uh, um, we will be seeing a lot of perhaps changes, no, since we are operating under a new engine, and we will be needing, of course, the support and the cooperation of every of not just the citizens really, but we have to be pragmatic. No, we also need the support of all political colors across the aisle, since the executive will only be a lame duck without the support of the legislative branch and so on. So we are calling for everyone's support, with the not just on the executive, but of course the judiciary and the legislative as well, since what we have right now is very hefty task, no. And I did not sugarcoat it in my speech because it's the truth, it's the reality, no. That is the crisis that we are facing as we speak, and that is what we are willing to confront together, of course, with President Navarro.
Thank you very much, Vice President. And you see that we look at this at the perspective of how a new constitution sets out the direction of the country that you're going to lead with President Navarro. Your campaign did emphasize constitutional integrity and the protection of democratic institutions. So you in a sense you give off the vibe that necessity for a person to hold themselves accountable. And it seems that you've given yourself that humongous task, if that given that humongous yoke. So, in this sense, objectively speaking, can the people be assured of that humility that you gave in your speech? I mean, you said in your speech that you are not the promised candidate, you are not the Messiah. So, how would you say would you work on the country's destiny under your new leadership with the campaign promises that the two of you have made?
Yes, Nathaniel. Have a lot of work to do. No, um, uh, it will be a long road ahead, and not just a long road, but a bumpy road as well. Yeah, it will be a turbulent uh term. I because uh it's like, if I can quickly describe it, no, it's like we're going back to zero or starting the government from the scratch. Because if you will look at the population of our community, it's lingering somewhere around almost 600. So power isn't really there as we speak, and we will be needing to promote or advertise our community so that a lot of people uh, will be they will be interested, no, in joining our community. So such things like that, no, takes time. So of course, We ran under the platform of accountability because, just to give context, no, the preceding government that we had, no, ousted by the magisterium council or some sort of the community. So
Yes.
they were ousted by the community, and actually, I was about to serve as the Secretary of the Interior and Local Government under that uh, preceding administration.
Mm-hmm.
However, the council dissolved that government, um, and it lasted for only 3 days, I think. So,
Mm.
of course, we don't want that to happen again. That kind of admin intervention. That is why we are really keeping up, no, to make our government active by uh by appointing people with expertise, not just expertise, but of course people who are very active as well, no? So we are calling upon all leaders across all the political aisle to come and work with us because it is going to be a difficult task and we cannot do it alone. Yeah.
I see. So we see response, Mr. Vice President, that this is about a journeying together, regardless of the political color. But I mean, practically speaking, you said about the external uh, implications that were brought about by this magisterium group, and it only lasted for 3 days. So the question in everyone's mind is, would this government be able to promise the stability that they, of course, fittingly deserve, as this is a democratic system?
Yes, that's a good point, Nathaniel. That is why in one of our campaigns, no, we really emphasized on the phrase "matatag na republika" or "strong republic" because we really wanted this government to be as stable as possible, or if not, if can exceed that, no, the most stable among all governments. No, so that is our vision. That is how we see it once that our term ends 4 years after. And once again, this stability that we are dreaming of is not just a one man job. Takes, as I've said a while ago in my inaugural address, it takes a collective action for us to come
Mhm.
together. Let us set aside our differences. Well, we have it's normal to have differences in our views,
Mhm. Mhm.
but our goal, no, we must have a common denominator, and that is to stabilize our government, ensure that everything is up and running, our instrumentalities are right on track, and
Mhm.
right now that is the priority of the Navarro-Ardiente administration, and we are starting it with appointing the right person, the right people on our cabinet.
Okay, that's a very good insight. I mean, we've talked about the cabinet appointments that you're going to make with President Navarro. But I mean, we're going to look at this also. I mean, I think we've already said about the journeying together aspect. You've got the the, the political side in that, the institutional aspect on that. But how about this? We're going to look at the legal side, the constitutional concern. I mean, you said that this is a new constitution. Uh, would you say, and I mean, this is just an objective analysis, that the wording of your particular statement in today's inauguration, the Constitution is merely a scrap of paper without a functioning government? I mean, the critics may argue that such language risks undermining public confidence in that new Constitution. So, do you regret that phrasing or do you stand by it completely?
Yeah, I do not regret that statement, and I firmly stand by it because I am stating a fact. And
Mhm.
as I've said also a while ago, no, I will not sugarcoat my speech or my words. What I will say is the truth and only or nothing but the truth. And it's the truth that when government is inactive, when our institutions don't work as it should be, then the Constitution only becomes a display. We cannot
Mhm, mhm,
enforce the Constitution without the people who are working for it, which is the government. And right now, the government is on its baby steps, still
mhm,
crawling. Um, we are still in the process of building it as we speak with the cabinet appointment. So
mhm,
um, maybe the critics should tone down, no, with critiquing my speech because
mhm,
uh, we are we respect the Constitution, of course. We have
mhm,
just taken oath a while ago, but the rhetoric of my speech, no, it only means that the Constitution will be a display if our government is paralyzed. No? So
mhm.
that's the plain view meaning of of that particular phrase. So yeah.
Again, I think you've already answered my question. Actually, the next question that would be almost to the last, which is, really focused on the institutional revival. You've said that because of this external uh, manipulation that happened by the magisterium, it really set off some form of a chaos inside of your the government and of the republic. So, I mean, we're going to see from you the next few years of your governance about the, the, the talk on the economy, the economic philosophy that you will that the both of you will actually have to implement in the country. So, in that case, the way that you said that you are not going to sugarcoat anything, the sugarcoating of pledges, and of course the humility that you displayed and the companionment that you promised with the president, that candor is unusual in politics, if I say so myself. So let me ask you directly: if 4 years from now government instrumentalities remain the same, if the constitutional reforms do not go in effect as you have envisioned, and if the citizens do not feel that their lives have improved, what standard should the public use to judge whether your administration has failed?
Hmm. Well, um, that is actually a very good question, no? As to what should be the standard. Well, um, we also envision this government to become a transparent one, no?
Mhm,
And as much as possible, we want a government that is open, and we welcome all citizens who want to become a part of the government to serve the people, to be one with the government and serve, no?
mhm,
As we are very much open in appointing even our political opponents, no, we also want to welcome them in the noble cause of governing. No, so
mhm,
if
mhm,
we if we fail from our promise of institutional stability, which I believe we are on the right track in terms of institutional stability because we are already setting up the cabinet. But if we do fail on that matter or on that aspect, uh, there will be a lot of factors, no, that we have to consider ahead. No,
mhm,
and one of that, of course, or one of which rather is the game availability, because right now we do not have a functioning game as of this moment. So
Oh,
even though the
excellent.
government
Mhm,
works, but we do not have an experience or a game that is really running where citizens could role play, then that could be a problem in the near future that is out of out of the bounds of the incumbent government, since we are not the developers or we are not the
mhm, mhm,
administrators. So there will be a lot of factors, or there will be a lot of aspects that we have to consider or we have to observe or take into consideration. So, but right now, what I'm asking for the public, for our critics, our opponents, and everyone, uh, on the community is your support, your patience, because as I've said a while ago, this will be a long and turbulent, this will be a long and a very turbulent ride because
Mhm.
we are starting from scratch. So I hope for everyone's support.
Mr. Vice President, thank you very much. And I may just add, and you don't have to answer to this. I mean, this kind of honesty, this kind of candor that you've displayed, and the honesty that there is no experience yet. We do not have that community yet where you can institute and you can do reforms and bring out the best in your republic. Uh, this will be, of course, a good challenge for the both of you for this Navarro-Ardiente administration. I mean, the citizens can forgive difficult realities. This is something that we are seeing just in role play, which has a very important role, especially here in the game that in Roblox that we play, so that we can understand systems. Maybe even we get to socialize with others. But really, even in this case, even in this virtual world, we do rarely forgive leaders who diagnose problems vividly and then fail to solve them. I think with what just laid out for your country, it's on the right track. And I wish you the very best, Mr. Vice President. Thank you for joining us on RBS News.
Thank you very much, Nathaniel, and to the whole RBS family for inviting me here. Always a pleasure.
And that's that. You're still watching us here on RBS News. Again, we're going to give you just a few updates right now. Still signal is still going up in northern Luzon as we speak, as my mind maintains the strength. And we're just advising you to stay on the lookout for the weather tomorrow and, of course, the mentions that have been made. Again, Manila has suspended classes for all levels, public and private, and there is a shift to the online class modality or alternative learning modalities as we speak. Top story is the inauguration of the president and president promising a rejuvenated Philippines. In this interview that we just had a few minutes ago, we've been promised a whole lot of institutional reform and experience that role players, will never forget. So join us as we in this new chapter here, and we thank again the Vice President for joining us. You have been watching this RBS News Special Report. I'm Eurobloxer 97. It is the 5th of August. Have a very good night. Good night. Thank you, thank you.